fool.
We ain't baby oil close.
Nah, you stupid.
But yo, look, Puff is
Nah. You working with Pac?
Puff for 30 years.
You saw Big before he passed?
Yeah.
Bro, so you're close. And Jack, what were you saying?
In the documentary, there was insinuations of, that Diddy possibly had something to do with both Tupac and Biggie. And,
Who's telling the story, right? You can skew
People very close to the situation.
but you can skew. You can create any.
I looked at the computer. The computer say, Floyd said, T.I. Nelly fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say for? Nelly your first baby mama Melissa, then took your fiance. Say that.
People would think it would be unethical, especially if you've been accused of such things, to be the person blowing the whistle on other people being accused of such things. 50 don't give a okay? He don't give a He posted the Netflix thing. He said number one in 36 countries and 11 others still going up, okay? Now, here it is. 50 is now posted a picture, an edited picture of that. A picture that someone drew of Jay-Z.
50 Cent's Diddy docuseries didn't just make headlines. It sent shockwaves through the streaming landscape. From the moment it dropped, it rocketed up the charts at a startling pace, briefly outperforming even some of the platform's biggest titles. Whether viewers tuned in out of curiosity, nostalgia, or pure intrigue, one thing became clear fast. 50 Cent wasn't here to play it safe. He came to challenge long-standing narratives with precision and control. And just when it seemed like the conversation might cool off, fresh online buzz reignited the fire. Talk of a second season is growing louder by the day, with rumors pointing to a far more ambitious scope. Industry whispers suggest the next chapter could delve into what fans are already calling the Jay-Z files, a move that, if confirmed, would instantly become one of the most talked about moments in modern hip-hop documentary history. And Jay-Z may not be the only heavyweight in focus. Speculation continues to swirl around as many as 7 high-profile figures who could take center stage next season, each connected by power, history, unanswered questions, and industry stories that never truly disappeared.
And just to kind of like roll off of what 50 was saying, I did not believe that I did not believe that it was going to be this crazy, but he's been the biggest champion of it. And so I think the goal was, the original conversation that 50 and I had in sitting down and talking about it, in the wake of Cassie filing her lawsuit, which is when we kind of had our first conversation, right then, was understanding that there were a lot of rumors in the industry. There was a lot of talk about, some of this bad behavior. I think Cassie's lawsuit, the level of detail that, getting underneath the hood and seeing the level of detail that she brought forward was really a lot to digest. And I think that both 50 and I were really interested in the nuances of tackling a story like this, like kind of understanding, where does the role of victim, begin and end versus like being a perpetrator, and kind of understanding cycles of violence and these kind of reoccurring patterns, and just seeing how complex the story was, and that no one was really treating it like that. Everyone was just very focused on salacious headlines and like with no context, and so I think for us, we wanted to put that care into the story.
But they did characterize it as a hit piece in the very beginning, is because they didn't get a chance to watch it, when they were saying that. And then after they see it, you see everyone's changed their mind, and it becomes the number one dog.
But also, someone calling it a hit piece was a statement from Diddy's team. So, I mean, what's your response to Diddy's team? Of course, they're going to probably have an opinion. And then what's your opinion on people that just say that you're petty? Are you petty?
I accept that. I'll take that. I'll wear that. I'm fine. I have antics that I've become comfortable with on social media because of the usage of social media. That's just that. You know what I mean? But when they look at, they'll say, me deciding to go on ABC is petty. The morning show is the biggest show. These people, they came from, it's a great opportunity to be on that actual platform, but they looked at it further and said, it's airing in prison, so this would be why I would like to do that. And it didn't come across as a reason not to, of course I was aware that it would be airing.
And for both of you, one of the other questions fans are asking is, there are a lot of great and powerful interviews in this, but where are A-list celebrities? Where are people in his orbit that remain silent? Like, they've never really even spoken out against the allegations or anything that's going on. Are people just concerned about their careers? Are they afraid to speak out? Because I remember Harvey Weinstein, right away everyone was like piling on and talking. Why is everyone afraid to say anything about Diddy?
It's a part of the hip hop culture. Like, they think that they are telling something, or just mind your business type of thing. Like, so if there's no, other than that, you would look, if I wasn't saying the things that you heard me say, there would be nothing being said at all. So it'd just be, you would assume that the culture.
When early rumors about a second season of 50 Cent's hard-hitting Netflix docuseries began circulating, one name no one expected to enter the conversation was Marlon Wayans, the comedian best known for Scary Movie and White Chicks. At first, the connection felt random, but growing tension between the two quickly made the speculation impossible to ignore. It began quietly during an interview, when Wayans was asked about the documentary and offered caution instead of praise. He urged restraint, framing the situation as deeply personal and shaped by long-standing conflict rather than pure storytelling. His remarks centered on accountability, timing, and the idea that actions carry consequences, especially when someone is already under intense public scrutiny. Wayans wasn't defending anyone outright. He was questioning intent and warning that documentaries don't always capture the full picture. That perspective, however, didn't sit well with 50 Cent. He fired back almost immediately on social media, using sharp humor, exaggerated visuals, and pointed references to Wayans' past roles to flip the spotlight. What followed was a rapid-fire digital clash, fueled by memes, AI-generated images, and non-stop posts, transforming a philosophical disagreement into a very public standoff that only amplified the buzz surrounding what Season 2 might bring.
For a social media beef with 50 Cent, what was it like in the family chat? Well, brothers, they were funny. Damon was like, why you pick the biggest brother? He's on gamma rays. Stick to beefing with Soulja Boy, Kevin Hart, people that we can beat. You fight him. Leave guys that got shot 9 times alone. He survived 9. And so I backed out. I just said his name. They asked me about the documentary. I was like, I didn't see it. And then they asked me about it, and I just gave my opinion. I was just like, I don't think brothers need to be quarreling in public like that. And then what I get into? A public quarrel with a brother. And I just think it was bad for the culture. And so I kind of backed out. I don't even say that name anymore. If you ask me, hey, you got change of $1? I need a half $1. So you need a half $1.
All right, so I'm gonna make it abundantly clear. I'm not here defending Diddy. I am here because I got dragged into this because somebody asked me a question and I had an opinion. Nobody's wrong for giving an opinion about any subject, period. I'm not here defending Diddy. Don't let the narrative fool you or get to you. Once again, somebody's creating narratives. This is my point. So please look at the whole clip that I did and then look what happens with the narrative. And that's what I'm telling you. Y'all people don't be sheep. Use your brain, use your freedom of thought, freedom of speech, and don't ever let nobody bully you. Never. Don't let nobody bully you. You got me? Love. Now back to trolling.
What makes this clash so compelling isn't just the star power, it's the timing. The tension ignited at the exact moment discussion around the documentary reached a boiling point, turning what could have been a passing remark into days of non-stop online jabs and viral meme warfare. Marlon Wayans has maintained that his comments were never about defending anyone or taking sides, but about perspective, balance, and the way stories are framed for the public. To 50 Cent and a massive segment of his audience, the message landed very differently. The response signaled something larger at play. Wayans is no longer offering commentary from the sidelines. He's being pulled directly into the narrative itself, becoming part of the very story everyone is watching unfold.
Between 50 and Marlon Wayans.
With him and Marlon Wayans, I don't understand, Marlon got his own opinion, just like everybody got an asshole. He got his own opinion too. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna say whatever he wanna say. But when you know somebody is going to war or don't like somebody or somebody got a beef with somebody, unless you wanna be a part of that beef or take a part of that, why you gonna get involved in it? You understand? Keep your opinion to yourself. If you know those two people got a beef and you got a voice out here. Marlon got a voice because he comes from that family that has done crazy, comedy shows and things for our community as far as being the elites of the comedy world and then of the movie world. And he comes from that family, bro. So, you putting his voice and saying that 50 is doing something wrong and stuff like that. People can't tell people what to do and how to do with their lives and with their time and everything like that. And if he's going against Puff and he's putting stuff out there, that's his business. That's him and Puff's business. You understand? Like people try to say I'm doing something wrong. That's me and Puff's business. You understand? No, but it's all right for him to send dudes to try to do something to me. It's all right for him to, send people or get them information so I can lose my job. It's all right for them to do the they do. You understand? But when they see somebody like me or doing it back or saying something, I gotta be some broke this, I gotta be some jealous this, I gotta be some hating ass and stuff like that. No, this is war. You understand? I might not have the ammunition he have. I might not have the people that he have. So for Marlon Wayans to go at 50 like that, both of them got money. You know what I'm saying? Both of them got, their own peace of mind. You know what I'm saying? But for Marlon to put out a clip that is an AI generated clip against 50, that's something whole different, bro. That's something whole, and I see that's happening right now. They got a clip of me holding a picture of Diddy and I think it's 50 or somebody in the bed together. You understand? I ain't never had that picture right there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen that. That's a lie. But they're allowing that like that to come on the internet. You know what I'm saying? They're allowing people, to cut and paste and put stuff out there and make people seem like, they are some kind of fanoid, some homosexual ass whatever. And I know you can't say that on a thing, but that's what it is, bro. And I just hate that they are allowed and they can't be sued for doing stuff like that, man. And that's what, if you're gonna do anything, you should be able to sue somebody to be doing stuff like that. For him to put 50 in the hot tub with Puff or get that picture when he knows it's an AI generated picture, that was low. That was real low. But he said, so since 50 trolling, I'm a troll. So have that same energy when you see that man. Keep trolling when you see that man. And that's what I gotta say about that one. My whole thing about it is, bro, people going around saying, but Diddy's in jail. And him being in jail don't bring back none of the people that died, not only on his watch, on his making. It don't bring back big. You know what I'm saying? I heard one journalist talk about Suge Knight is the one who, big and set big up and everything like that. So let me ask you something. Suge Knight was working in accordance with Puff to get Big out of California. He was working with Puff to keep Big from going to London. Suge Knight was working with Puff to do that? I don't think so. I heard Puff tell Kirk Burroughs on that Thursday, yo, Big ain't going nowhere. You could go by yourself, but Big ain't going nowhere. You know what? When you look at things and you see things, you know that facts will change your feelings.
Next in the spotlight is Jay-Z, and honestly, this moment feels inevitable. If there was ever a figure expected to surface after Diddy amid 50 Cent's expanding focus on power dynamics within the music industry, it's him. Their decades-long overlap in hip-hop and business has always been complex, shaped by moments of collaboration, quiet competition, and an undercurrent of rivalry that never truly disappeared. Now, fueled by the momentum 50 Cent generated with his explosive docuseries, fans are increasingly speculating that Jay-Z's story could become the next major chapter to enter the public conversation, one that would pull another heavyweight narrative into the spotlight and reshape the discussion once again.
Was they really friends or not?
How close was Diddy and Jay-Z? They was close enough that they wasn't playing basketball, they wasn't playing baseball, they wasn't playing football, and they wasn't playing hockey or soccer for Diddy to come on stage, pat him on his ass, and then make the statement to people in the world that can't nobody call me Sean but Jay-Z. Now, I don't know what kind of statement, and I can't say, I wish I could say half a homo, but I know I can't say it. But I don't know what kind of half a homo that is. And you trying to say that you're not close to somebody. You coming on stage, patting them on their ass, and then you making a broad statement to the public, can't nobody call me Sean but Sean Carter. And I heard Jay-Z said the same thing about them. But they were so close that they had matching white girls together. Because when they used to see each other, they used to say, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? He'd be like, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? So, I guess that
50 Cent has already been fueling the speculation on Instagram, and none of it appears accidental. A recent post featuring Jay-Z sent engagement through the roof, with comment sections flooding as fans repeatedly echoed phrases like the Jay-Z files, openly predicting a future season centered on him. Rather than shutting it down, 50 leaned in, liking multiple comments that pushed the idea forward and quietly amplifying the rumors. Given Jay-Z's immense influence, decades-long career, and far-reaching business network, the idea of a documentary examining his legacy, alliances, and industry relationships, especially his long-standing association with Sean Diddy Combs, is more than enough to keep audiences locked in. Jay-Z's continued silence has only intensified the buzz. And while nothing has been officially confirmed, the online momentum has reached a point where many viewers are already treating his involvement in the next chapter as almost inevitable.
Many rappers who they do domestically assault their women. They have put their hands on their woman. They have beat their woman before. They have a domestic case. People would think it would be unethical, especially if you've been accused of such things, to be the person blowing the whistle on other people being accused of such things. 50 don't give a okay? He don't give a He posted the Netflix thing. He said #1 in 36 countries and 11 others still going up, okay? Now, here it is. 50 is now posted a picture, an edited picture of that, a picture that someone drew, of Jay-Z. And 50 said, please stop sending me stuff like this. I'm not going to post it. But of course, he's being facetious because he posted the picture that he claimed he wouldn't post. Now, that's not the interesting part, y'all. The interesting part is when you look at it, 50 was in the comments here and he was liking posts. You can't see what the author, which would be 50, likes. But 50, and I guess I could post it on give me a second. I could post it on our burner page. Wait. Give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Every time I open my phone, I see like a million different things. Anyway, because I don't want to slow the stream now. 50 is liking these comments, and these comments are saying, yo, do the documentary on Jay-Z next, right? Oh, actually, people posted on Twitter. So they're actually saying, and they're encouraging, and 50's liking it. Here we go. It's a 50 Cent liking a comments hinting Jay-Z's next. Somebody says, my only question. He's next, isn't he? 50.
Another name gaining serious traction for season 2 is Rick Ross. And this isn't a random rumor. This is a rivalry with real history behind it. The tension between Rick Ross and 50 Cent stretches back nearly 2 decades, making it one of hip-hop's most visible and enduring feuds. It ignited in the late 2000s after lyrics perceived as subtle shots prompted 50 to respond with direct diss records, setting off years of lyrical exchanges, media sparring, and non-stop online friction. Over time, the conflict expanded far beyond music, spilling into lawsuits, personal accusations, and relentless digital taunts that fans still reference today. And the animosity hasn't cooled. As recently as this year, 50 reignited the feud by publicly mocking Ross's touring presence and questioning his draw, prompting Ross to fire back with sharp criticism of his own. Now, with documentary momentum building, 50 appears to be circling back once again, signaling that this long-standing rivalry could be headed for its most explosive chapter yet.
Guys, I just saw a very unfortunate situation that took place in Canada, and I wanted to say to everyone, that I hope that brother made it home safely. I hope that he now has a different perspective and a better sense of what to do and what not to do while you're out in the world, that part where the young guy went he did this little move and shit and got knocked the fuck out, right there. That does not reflect him. That reflects his camp, and he might need to go get the Dream Chasers or the 305 Killers.
Number 4 on the radar is Janice Combs, a name that rarely dominates headlines, yet one that could become one of the most revealing pieces of the puzzle if Season 2 truly explores how Sean Diddy Combs was shaped. As the single mother who largely raised him after the early death of his father, her influence on his formative years is undeniable. A former model and teacher's assistant, Janice Combs worked relentlessly, often juggling multiple jobs, to provide stability, opportunity, and education. She has also been outspoken in challenging what she describes as inaccuracies in the documentary's portrayal of that upbringing, insisting her home was built on sacrifice, discipline, and care, not dysfunction. However, differing accounts from people familiar with the family during that period have added tension to the narrative, describing an environment marked by blurred boundaries and adult exposure that may have shaped Diddy at a young age. If explored carefully, Janice Combs' story could become one of the most complex and consequential threads of the entire series, offering rare insight into the roots of a legacy that continues to spark debate today.
Said that I believe that he was victimized, and I think it happened long before the industry. People really don't want to look closer into his childhood and to what his mama had going on in that house. God knows what he saw and what happened to him in his own mama house. All of those strangers, them up, involved, looking around, seeing what was going on. And let's just be clear, it sounds like her house was a house of, professional freak-offs. So who knows what he saw or what could have happened to him while she was busy entertaining people and pouring and getting tips, as she would say, for her after-hour life.
Oh yeah. He was. I'm gonna say he was surprised to hear that.
School bus driver. No, was he surprised or was he like, zip it, you talking too much? Because that's what it looked like to me. It looked like you talking a little bit too much. They don't need to know about that. While she was sitting there, because I was a bus driver and I was this, and I worked at the after hours. And I would pour them drinks and they would give me big tips.
She didn't say it just like that. Big tips. You know, in
big tip and spend cheese.
In Sean's own words, in Diddy's own words, he had said he had a sigh of relief learning that he was the son of a hustler or a gangster. Like he wanted that status. He wanted to say that he was a sigh of relief is a wild thing to say. That your daddy was a gangster or a hustler. That's what you heard that he was.
Well, I mean, like Tim said, they had a bunch of blaxploitation movies being played around the house all the time. They grew up with the Mac playing. They grew up with Superfly playing. Like, I mean, if that's what you got going on, you got 2 women in the house and there's no men around, and these are what the little boys are watching. You got basketball players coming over late at night. You got hustlers coming over, PIMPs coming over, women who look like they were modeling for Jet Magazine coming over. Like, it sounds like the nature of the environment is what shaped their perception of what cool was.
Another name quietly surfacing in season 2 speculation is Ray J. And if anyone assumed 50 Cent would avoid this territory, that assumption doesn't hold up. While Ray J isn't typically grouped with industry titans like Jay-Z or Diddy, his name has a way of resurfacing at pivotal moments. And 50 has never been shy about reopening old chapters. Their connection isn't rooted in music as much as controversy, including a long-discussed backstage incident in Las Vegas involving Ray J and Fabulous, an episode 50 has publicly revisited over the years with a mix of humor and skepticism, often questioning the narrative itself. More recently, 50 has kept Ray J within his digital orbit by reposting clips from his media appearances, frequently adding commentary that feels calculated rather than casual. Taken together, the pattern suggests Ray J isn't just background noise. He may be another intentional piece in a broader storyline 50 appears ready to bring front and center.
Now, as a journalist, you heard me say what I said, and that's kind of what cranked this whole thing up. But then fast forward to the documentary. Saying that they was getting their ass taken, bro, multiple times. Kept partying. Owe you some money? I mean, yo, what the f is going on in this world, bro? Said I woke up with females in the bed. Then I woke up and Diddy was in the bed. What was Diddy doing in the bed, bro? Ooh, man, I went and took a and my coming out way more runnier. I'm feeling sore around the rear end area. I know what happened. I've been taken, and now I'm still.
The message was direct and unapologetic. Addressing Curtis Jackson by name, he questioned where the loyalty really stood and whether the emotions fueling the situation were genuine or influenced by outside affiliations. He dismissed the side drama entirely and made it clear he wanted everything handled out in the open. Framing the moment as pure entertainment, he issued a public challenge, face-to-face on camera, urging Curtis not to dodge the situation or hide behind excuses. He doubled down, repeating the call out by name and emphasizing that he was fully prepared to stand on every word he'd said. The message ended with a bold provocation, daring Curtis to move past the noise, step into the spotlight, and prove he was really about action, not just talk.